Hey, it's TR back with another truck camper restoration video, and today I'm going to be doing the lighting design. So today I thought I'd show you how I put together a plan to accomplish a particular task. And in this particular case, we're going to be doing the electrical design. In this video, we're going to work through all of the details about where everything goes, because I need to figure out what switches I need to put where, how much wire I need to pull to certain places, because I'm adding lighting much more than what was there in the truck camper to start with. So I've got to figure out what all that is so I can get some parts. So that's what we're working on today. I thought I would show you my design process. And that starts with an inventory of the equipment I have. Yeah, I'm really fortunate that nearly all of the lighting that I'm using in the truck camper restoration has been sponsored product. And so I'm here to do a quick unboxing, kind of show you what I'm going to be using and let you know who I got these from and where you can get them for yourself. So to start with, I got to give a big shout out to Rao at ACGoo. I have used their lights in numerous projects. I put their lights in my Class A RV. I used some LED strip lights in another project I did. So I've been really happy with the ACGoo products, and so from him I've got a dimmer, 12-volt dimmer. Okay. So yeah, just a pretty simple dimmer here. Then I'm really looking forward to these lights. These are these wall mount countertop lights, and I've got a couple of those. They'll be put into the countertop above the sink and the stove. Okay, cool stainless steel finish, LED, really flat. They just surface mount, and so all I really have to do is accommodate the wires and yeah, push button on and off. So looking forward to getting this one in. And the pucks, I already have a lot of experience with the pucks. These are good little lights. Like I mentioned at the intro, I've used them in my Class A. I was really happy with them. By the way, all the lighting is warm white, and when you think of it on the Kelvin scale, which determines the color of light, I prefer warm light at 3000 Kelvin. I think it just gives a better look to the interior, but you can go up to 5000 Kelvin if you want to get more to a blue light. You'd have to pick your own. I tend to like the warm light, so I usually end up with the 3K, the 3000s. So yeah, this is the lights. They have these two wings. You drill an appropriate sized hole, and the wing here just holds it in. Okay, spring loaded, good stuff. I'm sure I'll be happy with these as I was with the ones I used in my Class A. I'll be using these probably in the room and maybe a couple over the bed, probably switched on a separate circuit. I'll decide that here in just a bit. I have 6 of them. That's plenty for the truck camper. I mean, I could light the whole truck camper with this 6. Then from Obeaming, happens to be Rech's brother, are the ceiling lights, and these are just, they look really cool. But this is a 9-watt ceiling fixture. Again, the nice stainless steel finish with this nice little piece of glass on it. Here, let me get up close here so you can see it. So mirrored, it's glass, all LED, push buttons in the middle. Okay, so this is 9 watts, and I thought I'd use this one in the bathroom. Then I have this one here, which is 4 watts, and I can't remember where I was going to put these. These might be the ones I was going to put up under the bed. I got a couple more here from Obeaming. These are the reading lamps. Okay, beautiful stainless steel, USB port for charging in them. So these will go up in the cab of the camper in the bed area. From another company, Opkept, is the exterior lighting. These are LED. Like a really nice unit. Looks to be weather sealed. Comes with about a 1-foot pigtail. These are going to be on the outside at the back. There'll be another light over the rear door that I haven't determined what I'm going to use there yet. By the way, there's going to be links to all of the lights I'm showing you today in the description of this video, and I have a special store set up at Amazon. There's also a link for it in the video where you can go see all of these items together in one place. Okay, and then the final sponsored product I have today is also from Opkept, and it is a dimmer. This is what's known as a PWM dimmer, pulse width modulation, and so, but comes with a mounting plate. And so I'm excited to put this on a couple of the lights inside as well. Has the stainless steel cover, so kind of sticking with the theme. Okay, non-sponsored, I love these. I put one of these in my Class A in the dash, and that is a dual socket USB outlet. This is a dual port USB. It has the high output ports, so that's the 3 amp ports, and so it'll charge your high amp devices, you know, your iPhones and stuff like that. I'll put a link to this in the video description as well. This is not a sponsored product. I've just bought 4 or 5 of these and put them in various vehicles. There's one in my pickup, there's one in my car. Like I say, I put one in my Class A. Been a really solid piece of gear. So as far as wiring goes, I decided I was going to use 12 gauge. That's mostly what's up there. I'm going to be reusing some of the existing wiring, but since I'm adding additional lights, I'll need more. And so I picked up this stuff here, 12 gauge, they call it primary wire. It's a 100-foot spool. I got 6 colors. I don't know why, because I thought it'd be cool. But yeah, so 6 colors of 12 gauge primary wire. Got this on Amazon, link in the description. This stuff, I'll get it. 14 gauge THHN stranded copper wire. Got it at a garage sale for $5. 14 gauge. So this will be some good stuff to use too. I will note that this stuff here is copper tinned aluminum. It's going to be just fine for what we're using it for. I would like to use straight copper, pure copper like these. It's really super cost prohibitive anymore to get real copper. So I just decided we'll use this. It'll be just all right. So we're going to move inside here and start to think about where all these lights are going to go. So anyway, I have my book here, and this is sort of the project book for the truck camper. But I generally kind of work it out on paper. I guess I'm a Luddite. I could do it in a computer, but I find it's more creative to work with a pencil and paper. It just feels different to me. I guess that's why I do it like that, but you can kind of see in this particular example, this is the installation I worked through, and I figured out all of the areas and the sizes and so on and so forth. And what we're gonna do today is something a little bit more simple, and that is just the lighting. So I'll just come in here and I'm just going to draw the floor plan of the truck camper. And so it's roughly 16 feet long, and I'll just kind of get it to, you know, so it's nice size so you can really see where stuff is. And then we'll just rough it in this way. It's about 8 feet wide, so we'll just go this wide. I could do this to scale, but this will be close enough. Okay, so for 12 volt lighting, we have a light in here. Okay, so actually we have a fan. So let's put this fan in here like this. All right, so over this, obviously I want a light right here over the top of the kitchen table. All right, so that'll be a ceiling light. Then around the bench here, I think I want some lights. I haven't quite decided what to do there yet. I want a light right here. That's going to be a puck. And then there is a light. Oh, I forgot, there's a closet right here. So we got a fridge, and then this is a closet. There is a light right here, existing. And there's another one existing right there. We have a 110 outlet up here in the overhead. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna come over here, and I'll just come out here like about here, and I'll just do this real quick. Roughly split that in half. That's the microwave. All right, up here in the bed, we have 2 reading lamps. And then right here in the end of this cabinet, there's a 12 volt cigarette outlet right in there, existing. I like to have a light in front of the fridge, so I'm thinking maybe a puck right here and a puck right here, which will help get some light into that. I think we'll probably do a big light right there. 9 watt. That's 7¼ inches. I think I'll do another 9 watt up here. So that takes care of those two. I have to go over to my lighting. So I have two 4 watts. So I think I'm going to do this as a 4 watt. I have two panel lights. They are the lights that'll fit in the wall. I'm going to put one of those right here. And then I have the two reading lights. I have two exterior lights. Okay, one goes here, and then one goes here. I think I want to put some lights here. So how many pucks have I used? 1, 2, 3. So I could do this. 1, 2, 3. Over the seating. Those are all pucks. Alrighty, so now okay, we'll figure out the switches next, right? So next we'll do our switches. Panel light, 6 pucks, 2 7¼ 7¼ Oh, I've got a 5-inch that I haven't used. Alright, I'm going to upgrade this, and I'm going to put it right over the sink, and this is going to be the other 4 watt. So 4 watt, 2 of those. Pucks, this is an individually switched. This doesn't mean it's switched together. Bath, we've got a 4 watt. That should be plenty for the bath. How many pucks have I used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move this puck down here. Alright, so I think we got it. Now let's figure out how we want to switch this. For switching, I think I want these 3 on a dimmer right here. So we'll just do a dimmer. This one, I think we'll put a switch not there. Can't do it there. Can do it here because there's switches there now. Oh yeah, that's right. There is a switch there now, and that is right here. Oh, and I forgot the furnace. We're going to start a circuit inventory over here. And let's do all the existing 12-volt sort of infrastructure stuff. And so we'll start with the furnace, okay? I remember working on it. It's 4 amps max. So I think we'll figure a 5 amp on it. I'm not sure what kind of a circuit it's on. We'll figure that out. But I'll just say it's 5 amps a load. The other existing 12 volts would be the fridge, and that is unswitched. So let's do this. Hang on here. See if I can not knock the camera. Okay, now we're going to work out our circuits. This is just a piece of onion tracing paper.